They told you to be nice, to be agreeable, to be the bigger person. They said respect was earned through kindness, through patience, through always turning the other cheek. They lied. The world doesn't respect kindness. It consumes it. The world doesn't respect patience. It exploits it. The world doesn't respect selflessness. It uses it until there's nothing left. Look around. Who do they follow? Who do they fear? Who do they obey without question? Not the quiet, not the humble, not the self-sacrificing. They obey the powerful. They bow to the dangerous. They adjust themselves for the ones they know they cannot control. And you've been making yourself smaller so they'd like you. They don't like you. They like that you're manageable. But here's the thing about power. You don't wait for it to be handed to you. You take it. They train you young to believe respect is charity. That if you do enough good, people will give it to you. It's not given. It's taken. They tell you not to speak too loudly, not to be too assertive, not to take up too much space. Don't be so intense. Don't intimidate people. Don't make anyone uncomfortable. Every one of those lines. A cage disguised as advice. And you listened. You traded your edges for acceptance. You replaced your roar with a polite smile. You became easy to interrupt, easy to dismiss, easy to overlook. And at first, you told yourself that was maturity, that you were keeping the peace. But peace without power is submission. It's not peace at all. It's surrender with better branding. They respect the rules because someone with power enforces them. And right now, you're living by rules written by people who never wanted you to win. There's a moment when you finally see it, that everything you've been told about earning respect was just a way to keep you small. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You stop asking for permission. You stop waiting for approval. You stop thinking respect will come if you just prove yourself one more time. Instead, you take inventory. Where are you giving your power away? Who are you letting talk over you? Who's eating your time, your energy, your focus? And when you see it clearly, you make cuts. Not with anger, with precision. You start speaking with weight. You stop justifying your boundaries. You stop explaining why you want what you want. Because power doesn't explain itself, it simply moves, and the world adjusts. Power isn't just presence. It's proof. You don't just look like you can win, you actually win. You start showing results instead of giving reasons. You stack small victories until they form a wall they can't climb. You guard your time like it's gold, because it is. Your standards rise. Your circle tightens. Your tolerance for nonsense drops to zero. People feel the change. Not because you're shouting it, but because your energy has weight now. Conversations slow when you speak. Rooms shift when you enter. Decisions tilt toward your side without you having to push. This is what happens when you stop leaking your power. When every word, every action, every move is intentional. They can't ignore you anymore, and even if they try, their silence just makes your presence louder. Power doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It creates the moment. You stop playing by their timing. You stop standing in lines they designed to waste your life. You build your own doors, your own platforms, your own leverage. And here's what happens when you do. The same people who dismissed you start finding reasons to agree with you. The same people who avoided you start making excuses to be around you. Not because they've changed, but because you have. They can smell it. The confidence, the certainty, the unwillingness to shrink. They start moving carefully around you. Not because you're hostile, but because you're no longer accessible to everyone. And in that distance, they learn something. Respect isn't what you ask for. It's what you command. Rule 1. Stop explaining. Power doesn't beg to be understood. Rule 2. Decide faster. Hesitation is the graveyard of influence. Rule 3. Protect your energy like currency. Spend it where it multiplies, not where it leaks. Rule 4. Master something. Power comes from competence as much as confidence. Rule 5. Remove equal access. Not everyone gets the same version of you. Rule 6. Be visible when it matters, invisible when it doesn't. Mystery magnifies presence. Rule 7. Never argue with people committed to misunderstanding you. It wastes the one resource you can't replace, time. Rule 8. Operate with inevitability. The world can fight unpredictability. It can't fight what it knows it can't stop. Rule 9. Never give away what you can leverage. Your time, your knowledge, your network, if it's valuable, treat it like it is. Rule 10. Control your narrative. If you don't tell your story, someone else will, and they'll make themselves the hero. They'll notice. Oh, they'll notice. The old you answered every call. The old you explained every no. The old you laughed at every insult just to keep the peace. The old you stayed in conversations long after you knew they were wasting your time. Now, you respond when it's worth it. You don't justify your decisions. You don't keep the peace, you keep the standard. Some will call you arrogant. Some will call you cold. Some will call you selfish. Good. Because selfish is just the word powerless people use when you stop letting them control you. They'll test the boundaries, sliding in with small requests, using familiar tones, acting like nothing has changed. But everything has changed. They'll try to guilt you. You used to be there for me. They'll try to flatter you. No one else does it like you. They'll try to manipulate you. You're the only one who can help, and you'll recognize it instantly. Because power sharpens your vision. You see through the bait. You see through the act. And you refuse the invitation to step back into the role you've outgrown. You don't hate them. You don't even need revenge. You've simply outleveled the game they're still playing. And the beauty of this new position? You don't have to explain the rules. Your silence explains it for you. They'll notice your absence first. Then they'll notice your presence feels different, measured, selective, expensive. They'll realize they can't just have you anymore. They have to earn you. And for some, that's the breaking point. They'll distance themselves because they can't handle the upgrade. For others, it's the wake-up call. They'll rise to meet the new standard. Either way, you win. Because now the only people around you are the ones who respect the ground you walk on, and the ones who don't. They're too far back to touch you. You've seen the truth now. The world doesn't bow to intentions. It doesn't care about good hearts with no leverage. It doesn't reward the polite who wait their turn. It bows to results. It yields to force. It respects what it cannot bend. And respect isn't given to the ones who ask nicely for it. It's taken deliberately, unapologetically, by those willing to stand in the open and claim it. You don't need another meeting. You don't need a committee vote. You don't need an apology tour. You need to decide. You need to move. You need to take. Take back the hours you gave to people who drained you. Take back the voice you muted so no one would feel small around you. Take back the confidence you let them chip away with their doubts. Take back the seat at the table you built but never sat in. When you reclaim it, there's no ceremony, no announcement. You just operate differently, and the world adjusts. And here's the secret. They will respect it, even the ones who resent you for it. They may not clap for you. They may not praise you. They may not even like you, but they will treat you differently. And that's the point. Because respect isn't about being loved, it's about being impossible to dismiss. So take yours back. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. And when they finally ask what changed, don't give them the full story. Don't hand them the blueprint. Just give them the headline. I stopped waiting for respect. I took it, and I'm not giving it back. Then turn. Leave. And never look over your shoulder, because the ones behind you are no longer in charge of your pace.